When we're defining a dwelling unit, we need to input the number of bedrooms and the number of people. If we don't know the number of people that will be in the building, which is usually the case, we just assume that it's the number of bedrooms plus one. Keep in mind that this is per dwelling unit. So if you're defining the heat loss for a building, maybe it's a main dwelling in the building, like the main house with a secondary suite. You have two dwelling units. So let's say there are 3 bedrooms in the main dwelling unit and 1 bedroom in the secondary suite. That's 4 bedrooms total, except for each dwelling unit, we need to consider the number of bedrooms plus one. So 3 bedrooms plus one is 4 people in the main building. And in the suite, we have 1 bedroom plus one is 2 people. So it's actually going to be 6 here for number of people if we were doing a house that has a secondary suite. For our example, with which is the TECA in-class example, we have 2 bedrooms, one on the top floor under that vaulted ceiling, and then one on the lower floor. So 2 bedrooms, 3 people. Above grade highest ceiling, you can read more information in this hover note here. We need to enter in the lowest point that outside air can infiltrate into, which is going to be the slab. We're in a walkout basement, right? So air can come in as low as this point right here, which is the bottom of our slab, and it can go all the way up to the top of the vaulted ceiling here. We're given this dimension. Oftentimes you won't be given it. You'll have to measure it yourself or calculate it. But we can type this in, which is 29 feet, 10.5 inches. So I'm going to type equals 29 feet plus brackets 10 plus 1/2 inch and divide that by 12. This is how I convert 10.5 inches into feet. So my decimal is 29.88 feet. Indoor design temperatures, this is half of our driving force of heat loss and heat gain. If we crank this number up to 24, 24, 26, 28, right? Our demand is going to get bigger because it's going to require more energy to keep the inside temperature hotter in the wintertime. CSA gives us these defaults here of 22 for living spaces, 18 for unfinished basements, and 15 for heated crawl spaces. This is all for the heating season. In the cooling season, CSA gives us the default of 24. These numbers are appropriate to use. However, again, what is most important is that the client is aware of what's being done, whether it's a homeowner or a contractor. And it is within our right to change these values if we want to have our home maintaining other conditions. So you can't go above them. I couldn't do my heat loss report and only want to keep the inside temperature to 30 and 18. I mean, I could do the math for that, but technically I'm not meeting the BC the BC Building Code requirement of using CSA. This should stay at least at 22, and the summer temperatures should stay at most at 24. If I wanted to bring this down to 20 though, that is fine. That's just going to mean that I'm increasing how much capacity I need to provide this building.